Thoughts on becoming a black man so far. 1. When I told him of my journey through gender, he warned, "Don't be a faggot-ass nigga, fam." What he meant was, there ain't no space for soft in your manhood. Don't let all that magic hinge in the sway of your hips. Hollow out the holy femme of you, a divine womb death, a bloodletting of all of the woman in you. They took everything from us, made sport of our burning bodies. Be hard. Be stoned in all your blackness. Take refuge in the deep thick of your melanin. Maybe you will bleed less when they try to kill you, because they will try to kill you. 2. Fear used to be hot combs and relaxers, burnt ear tips on school picture day, when combs became weapons in mothers' hands, the unkinking of unruly coils, the quest for a more tameable beauty, uncrossed ankles in a skirt, the curves of this body as invitation, too many men with too many wandering hands. Every man I'd have the audacity to ignore on the walk home. Childhood lessons like blackened knees and learning how to swallow. Now, fear is sirens and handcuffs and badges and guns and white folks who miss lynching as pastime, and righteous defenders of bathrooms, and is my voice too high, and what gender do they see right now, and are there enough people around just in case, and if they see me in a tie, will they know I'm one of the good ones, and almost believing that goodness means survival, and worth placed on bodies based on genitals, and melanin and pussy is proof of woman, and therefore invitation, and black is proof of threat, of brute, of breakable, of nigga, of something less than human, the kinds of bodies branches beg for the weight of, the kinds of lives that aren't supposed to matter. 3. Every day that I wake up, black, trans, and breathing is a miracle.
Memories and biased negativity. My memories. Ego's favorite toy. Shall I keep them? Hold them close? Or let it go? An offering to fire. Flame that burns the day behind me, keeping embers lit, a testament that I'm still here. Negatively biased, I'm still here.
Growing up with a Latin New Yorker tongue, public school in the hood tongue, my neighbors were in gangs tongue, my first kiss was an MS-13 tongue. I never knew what a code switch was. I didn't know my dead ass and its brick needed explaining until my second grade teacher tells me gonna is not a word. Until I heard the other honors kids talk and realize I may be doing something wrong. Until my roommate tells me, oh, I've always known it to be easier this way. I sit within myself and question my entire vocabulary. Buggin', OD, guap, hoopty, bumblefuck nowhere, and nowhere did I realize there was a different dictionary for professionalism. When I started working within offices, I began collecting the correct translation of my first language. Bugging became, John was very out of line for that. OD became, could you please calm down? Bumblefuck nowhere became, wow, I've never heard of Osgood, Idaho before. How's it like? I quickly realized my dialect smelt of chicharrones con tostones you get from the bodega on 83rd Street, and when I say it only comes out when I'm drunk, I mean I'm fucking lit right now, dressed head to toe in baby fat while Bobby Valentino plays in the background. I've always known it to be easier this way. My roommate with promotions I've never seen. My peers suited up in six-figure homes. They knew there was a game to be played in the system we call America. It's called assimilate. Some traded their golden hoops for silver studs, curls straightened out by the kindest Dominican lady with the meanest hands. And I look at them with love. What we do to survive, the pressure to cover up. You good? Yeah, I'm good.
In this body given to me, I learned to move my limbs. Sometimes to the sounds of cumbias from Mexico de F, where I was born. Sometimes to the sounds of my mother's cries when father would leave to El Norte to follow the American dream. Only I know what I have lived in this body. The passing of the moons witness each limb growing into a young adult body. My skin stayed soft in this body, no facial hair growing on this body, instead painful breasts growing on this body, no limb between my legs attached to this body, instead womanhood expelled from this body. I've questioned my happiness in this body. I've prayed, I've cried because I want this body to be a masculine body. I want to be described as handsome in this body. I've dreamt of a safer place for this body that I've yet to find. I know there is something bigger than the memory of this dispossessed body. Bone and flesh are weak because of the heartbreak past lovers have caused that I don't know when I began to carry them instead of me in this body. I've learned to be loved in this body, feel what it's like to be touched, but I'm not sure what it means because I cannot weigh myself in this body. I'm ready to take back my beautiful body. I want to breathe again through my body. I want my body, my feminine but masculine body, wrapped up into blissful perfection.
Haruka Tenno, you were the first person to ever see me. A reflection looking back, dancing on silver screens. Not really male, not really female, but somewhere in the in-between. A gray divinity blasting borders of black and white. I never knew color, I never knew light, until I saw you between the black and the white. I was 6 years old when you raised me, doors sealed between 4 and 4:30. It's time for Toonami. God, how I wish I could break that glass, to melt into their universe and leave behind my past. But I live in the present. The perfect little preacher's daughter. But Dad, did you know that you were leading this little lamb to slaughter? When you gave me no choice. Why is our choice placed in another's hand between son or between daughter? When there is so much to be found out about ourselves in the in-between, between the black and the white. Who knew this world of fiction could give meaning to a new life where I could finally see myself? So Haruka, I thank you for giving me courage in this dark, dark night to see the prism power between the black and the white.
When I was growing up, my inner boy was told he wasn't being very ladylike. My inner boy had skinned knees and spitting contests on the schoolyard and notes sent home from a teacher saying, "Your daughter is a bright child, but she needs to be reined in." My mom threw these notes away, and without missing a beat, she told me, "Darling, go out and play. Climb trees, ride your bike, go get your journal, and write, tell stories, and play make-believe. You're a beautiful girl. Go run free in this world. Your boy clothes are beautiful to me." In 6th grade, I passed 2 students in the hallway one time and heard one whisper to the other, "Is that a boy or a girl?" I was hanging in the balance, that fleeting twilight between childhood and adolescence, my girl body clinging to its last days of boyhood. No curvy hips or monthly cycles yet, no concern. I was still flat-chested. Before that moment, I had never thought of myself as either or, a side that had to be chosen. It had never once occurred to me that my gender could ever be done wrong. I was simply me, a Girl Scout and a baseball player on an all-boys team, a child who moved effortlessly through the schoolyard with long hair and torn-up jeans, one of the girls and one of the boys finding peace in the space in between. "Is that a boy or a girl?" they whispered. My heart answered by recoiling in shame. My inner boy had leaked onto my outside so much that now I was a person without category, a double take, an uneasy question in someone's mind. As I grew up, my inner boy heard it all. "You're such a pretty girl," they told him. "Why do you wear such baggy clothes? Why don't you ever wear your hair down? Won't you let us just give you a makeover? The boys aren't gonna like you if you're dressed like a boy yourself." My inner boy never understood why he wasn't allowed to grow up with me. He watched me from a distance while I learned to do all the things that my girl body was supposed to do. Wear makeup and shop for dresses, stay up late with my friends during sleepovers, talking about boys and our secret crushes. That is when I first knew. I'd lay awake at night and wonder, why don't I like boys the way that all the other girls do? Now I was becoming one of the boys in a way I never wanted to be, stealing glances at pretty girls while I clung to the shoulders of boys during slow songs, wondering how I had gotten this all wrong, wondering why my girl body would do this to me. If only I was still allowed to ask my inner boy to dance, how I wanted so badly to tell him that each and every day I wished I'd never heard that question, "Is that a boy or a girl?" Because that was the day I learned you have to choose one or the other in this world. That was the day I learned this body could never contain us both. But even as the years went by, my inner boy never left me. Even when I was forced to betray him simply based on my anatomy, he kept showing up and quietly whispering, "I belong here, you belong here." Even when I shouted at him, "Get the fuck out of here. You're going to make me look too masculine. People are going to think I'm a dyke." It's hard enough just being gay without you showing up every time. Just let me be a girl, so at least people will still think I'm straight. Just let me be a girl, so I can make it in peace through each day. I'm here to speak to my inner boy now. I want to ask him to forgive me. I want to tell him he is the most beautiful boy that I have ever known. I want to ask him back into my heart. Tell him how much I have missed him. Tell him I was afraid for so many years, but I know there is room for us both. And I know in return he would tell me, "You are the most beautiful girl that I've ever known, and I don't hold anything against you. And of course, my dear, I forgive you." I hope the two of us can get to know each other again, like old friends, sharing secrets and stories. And just for old time's sake, we could play hide and go seek and sneak up on each other and try on each other's clothes until we don't know who is who. And in the end, it doesn't matter. Is that a boy or a girl? This body will forever give this answer. We are not a boy and we are not a girl. We are simply a human being, making our way to the dance floor from across a crowded room, this body swaying our hips to the music, this wild heart pumping blood through our veins, letting go of everyone who told us this body could never contain us both, extending our arms to one another as if to say thank you for this second chance, because it's taken us a lifetime to find one another and ask, may I have this dance?
Tracheotomy. Every ancient culture that tells a record tells of a great flood. My face is hot. My heart speeds up. Bodies jump and sing. I am 5 years old. Mulan is playing on screen. Shang takes off his shirt. This is my first memory of blushing, hot and bothered with feelings that have no name, breathless. I am 11 years old. Crystal Simmons tells me to guess the flavor of her lip gloss and kisses me beneath the stained glass fresco of Jesus, and suddenly, nothing. Well, strawberry lemonade, but nothing. I'm 12 years old. Eric McDonough holds my hand backstage during a rehearsal. By Tech Week, we're making out, but when autumn breeze phases into winter wind, his phase is over too. He outgrows it. I don't. I am 14. David Nelson dances with me at a diversity conference in early December. We connect Colorado sky to Pennsylvania sunrise, our reckless adolescent love a jet stream that brews a storm. I love you, he says, and he means it. I love you, I reply, and I mean it. 6:45 p.m., a text, I love you. 7:10 p.m., a text, again, I love you. Approximately 7:23 p.m., a top floor, an open window, a roof. He jumps and he means it. My tears fall so much longer than 40 days and 40 nights because this was not a cleansing flood, but a baptism into a world where my heart met death too early. Breathless, I am 15. A lecherous 22-year-old preys upon me, but I am not prey. I am 15. Breathlessly, I survive. I am 22, dating a white boy mesmerized by my mezcla and a Potawatomi panic artist who pursues me for my passing privilege. Partners seeking secondary pleasures from tertiary sources. I provide them, but the price is pain. A crown of thorns I wear to be taken but tokenized. Fairweather fetishized. Included but colonized. 23 and I am crucified upon their departure. I look to the sky and ask, why have you forsaken me, before removing the spear from my side to feel my lungs fill. But I learned that when you're drowning in blood and pressure, a pen can puncture the trachea, a pulmonary perforation to help your lungs feel daylight, a trichromatic tracheotomy in shades of red and brown and black. It takes me longer than 3 days to rise again, and I do rise again. 24 and you can touch my wounds to know it's real. 25 and you see me. 26 and do you want to come over? I'm giving myself more and more permission to like you as much as I do. I settle into the relentless present that is your heartbeat against my ear. 27 and this moment is ours. I prefer your mouth to the taste of pain. So I'll hold on tight until these feelings have a proper name. Because even after all the floods, you make me pray for rain.